Hi, my name is Christy, and this is the American Chinese Food Show where we analyze historical artifacts like vintage menus, recipe books, photographs, and text to tell the story of American Chinese food. The Mid-Autumn Festival is the 15th of August every year in the Chinese lunar calendar, and this year it falls on September 21st, so I figured we should have an episode celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival. The first record of Mid-Autumn Festival is in the Book of Right, written around 200 BCE, saying every autumn, government officials register seniors in the area and provide free congee. But it only became a festival in the Tang Dynasty, so we have been celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival for easily 1,000 years now. Other than appreciating the moon with your family, the way you celebrate differs depending on where you are. From Japan eating a rice flour dumpling called dango, lanterns, riddles, lion dance in Vietnam, Singapore, and Malaysia, to Korea calling it Thanksgiving. In China, we do a lot of the same things from above and more, offering sacrifices to the moon, releasing sky lanterns to the sky, and lighting the pagoda lights. Where I'm from, we have the Daihang fire dragon starting in 1880. A village elder in a dream was told to perform a fire dragon dance to save the villagers after a plague. Every year since then, the Daihang residents would perform the fire dragon dance for 3 nights in the Mid-Autumn Festival. So, what food do we eat? Osmanthus is in season in autumn, so we drink osmanthus wine, eat osmanthus pastries and sweets, as well as other fruits like carambola, peach, taro, water drop, and persimmons. But we cannot talk about the Mid-Autumn Festival without talking about mooncakes. As you probably know by now, every time I talk about China, I have to have a disclaimer on how big it is and how traditions and flavors vary. There are both sweet and salty mooncakes. The fillings usually include lotus seeds paste, bean paste, nuts, fruits, or meat. Generally, the 4 main types of mooncakes are Cantonese, the one that you probably have seen before, Jing style, Su style from areas in Shanghai, Jiangsu, and lastly, Dian style, covering provinces like Yunnan and Guizhou in southwest China. There are also Taiwanese style, Teochew style, and more, but these are the 4 main ones. All 4 styles are very distinct. We can especially tell them apart when we break them down into 3 parts: the taste profile, the filling, and the skin or the crust. The Jing style is popular in Beijing and Tianjin. The skin to filling ratio is about 6:4, providing a more moderate sweetness with more dough. Fillings are usually nuts, beans, and sometimes with a bit of pork or cured ham. Their signature mooncakes are one called red and another one called white, depending on how the dough was handled, affecting the color of the cake, with fillings such as osmanthus, dried almonds, candied orange peel, and preserved fruits. The most interesting part about the Jing style mooncake is a half globe that looks almost like a fried bun and has a firmer texture. The Su style is made all over eastern China. Its specialty is the puff pastry-like skin. Usually it's golden in color, crispy, and melts in your mouth. The thin layers and layers of skin should look like book pages. Even with the Su style, there are different preferences for filling. People in Shandong, for example, like to use jujube paste. Su style mooncakes' most popular fillings are probably red bean and the 5 nuts: walnut, sesame, cashews, melon seeds, and dried almonds. The Dian style is the least known but probably the most unique. They have 2 distinct types of mooncakes, both usually in flaky crust. One is cured ham, and Yunnan is famous for their cured ham. Together with honey, pork fat, and sugar, there is a nice balance of sweet and savory taste. The other type is flour mooncake. Rose petals and stigmas are candied with sugar and honey, then mixed with sweet rice flour for the filling. So where can you get mooncakes if you've never tried it? Well, today I want to introduce Eastern Bakery, the oldest bakery in Chinatown. They ship everywhere in the United States. When it opened its store in 1924 in San Francisco, it served diner food. So in the neon sign outside, it still reads Chinese and American food. Orlando Quanis' family bought Eastern Bakery from the original owner's family in 1985. Orlando himself comes from sort of a bakery royalty. He opened the Golden Gate Bakery with his brother just down the street from Eastern Bakery in 1976 out of necessity to find work. They're now famous for their Chinese egg tart. With Eastern Bakery, Orlando said they have to carry on the tradition of the place. So all the old recipes like the coffee crunch cake and the mooncakes. Their mooncakes still use lotus paste made in-house. It takes 8 hours to make and most bakeries just don't do that anymore. When I was there to place my order, lotus filling mooncakes were definitely the most popular. Eastern Bakery makes mostly Cantonese style mooncakes, freshly baked every day. Cantonese style mooncakes have a much thinner skin made with wheat flour and inverted sugar syrup, a mixture of glucose and fructose. This means there's room for a lot of filling. And yes, it's heavy, just a quarter of a mooncake will fill your stomach for an entire afternoon. The signature one is lotus seed paste with salted duck egg yolk, but there are also other fillings like bean paste, winter melon paste, nuts, and many more. If you go to Asian supermarkets, you might have seen some mooncakes in the fridge. They are the snow skin mooncakes originated in Hong Kong that kind of became more popular, I would say, in the last 20 years. The crust is made from sweet rice flour with usually fruit fillings and are never baked. They're more like mochi ice cream and are a good counterpart to the traditional more oily and filling mooncake. Just because Eastern Bakery mostly makes Cantonese style mooncakes doesn't mean they don't have variety. They're providing almost 24 types of mooncakes. I got myself a few there and they were still warm to the touch. A cured ham one, a 5 nuts one, a mini bean paste mooncake, and lastly I also got a lotus seed paste one but in a puff pastry skin to get myself into the Sue style mooncake mood. Each food item reminds me of something from home. Maybe that's why San Francisco is home to many Chinese bakeries, each with their own specialties, like coconut buns from AA Bakery, similar to those I ate when I was a kid, char siu bao steamed pork bun from Wingley Bakery in Inner Richmond, similar to those when I had dim sum with my grandfather. Here's a photo of a bakery in San Francisco over 100 years ago to show how the tradition of food bringing us home has been around for so long. And every year in Mid-Autumn Festival is when I miss home most because my family is far away, even though the moon we look at is the same one. And that's when I have some mooncakes. To get a mooncake of your own, if you're located in the United States, try ordering from the Eastern Bakery at easternbakery.com. The staff there told me business was only okay. It's at least better than last year, he said. So support them if you can. Have a great Mid-Autumn Festival. See you soon.